Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the continuing adventures of the United Adventure Company. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you are all well. I'm ready to kill things. Of course, that's my normal state of being. By the way, merch shirts, we've got them.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're fancy, they're comfy, they got the logo on them and everything. It's so amazing. If you want to get one, all you got to do is, I think this will work. That.
Do it.
And,
Do it.
nope. Doesn't work on the YouTube link. Dang it! Okay, I gotta fix that. But if you head to our Stream Elements store, which is streamelements.com/United Adventure Company, you can find all of our stuff there. Anyway, turn it over to Billy and let him tell us where we left off.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Glad you could make it to another adventure with us, the United Adventure Company. When we last left our heroes, or anti-heroes, since this is an evil campaign, they had just spent the night waiting for patrols to come around, looking for them, and they had killed an entire guard patrol. And by killed, I mean just slaughtered,
mutilated.
If you haven't
sent straight to the depths of hell.
Episode from last session, check it out on the YouTube channel called Pike 'em Up. It's our last episode, and there's a reason it's called Pike 'em Up. They left their small encampment and started heading back towards the city of Fruiton, where they are trying to get so that they can confront the Order of the Sacred Grove, who are the goody-goody two-shoes, who are apparently out to slay all things evil. So, with that, we will pick us up on the trail. And you guys were about a half a day out from Fruiton, I believe. And you left that morning after some rations. And you come along, and as you're traveling, you come into this clearing in the forest, and you see an old man and a dog.
Point of order.
Yes.
We got a long rest, right?
Yes, you did get a long rest.
Okay.
And everyone had taken a turn at watch. So.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we got up and we checked the battlefield from the night before, there was nothing there.
That's correct. All the bodies, the pikes had been taken down. That is correct.
Okay.
Everything had been taken down, and there was nothing left, except for some bloody, muddy footprints.
Okay.
That led off in the direction that you traveled. So, as you approach into this clearing, you find yourselves staring across the clearing at an old man and a dog, and the old man has a cart next to him. Hanging off the end of the cart, here about this corner, is a shimmery curtain.
Can you please describe the dog for me?
The dog
So
is
important.
white with black spots. He's a medium-sized dog, very cute and playful looking.
I
So
pet the dog.
feel free to place yourselves on the map where you wish. Did you just do that intentionally?
Do what?
Or is this an old... Do I need to clear the chat log? Or is that...
That was an accident from earlier. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
The hairs on the
Alright.
back of my neck stand up when I see the dog.
What does Mr. Fluffers think?
Mr. Fluffer starts bouncing around and play in a playful manner. He barks a couple of times. The dog jumps up when he sees Mr. Fluffers and barks happily a couple of times. But when he sees Vale, he snarls and growls.
Dogs.
Barked a couple times.
I would like
The old man says,
I would like
Go
today's
ahead.
entire 3-hour session to just be you talking about how the dogs interact, please.
I would like for none of
That's-
that to occur.
That's what we're all about here, folks. Riveting entertainment.
that's right. You want to see 3 hours of me explaining how dogs sniff each other's butts? Okay, let's do it. Donations start now. As long as you're donating, I will talk about how the dogs sniff each other's butts. No, but seriously, I do have a lot of fun stuff planned for the game. So as much fun as that would be, maybe we could do that as a one-off side episode.
I'm just being
I mean, move
Brad.
the fuck
You
along,
should
Samuel.
continue with what the old man says.
All right. So the old man looks at his dog and in a wispy voice says, "Quiet down, boy. Quiet down." And dog kind of settles a little bit, and but he's still sitting and wagging his tail, and his ears are up, and he's happy to see another dog.
I will tell Mr. Fluffers that he can calmly go and greet the new dog.
All right.
Dogs.
Mr. Fluffers goes over and greets the new dog, and the new dog just runs in circles for a minute and then sits down, and they sniff at each other and do what dogs do. And they seem to be pretty friendly with each other. There's no barking or snapping. So, what next? And let's see, you were fine. Roll a perception, Clark and Furbolg, since you're within 15-ish feet of him.
KK.
16.
10.
Clark, you notice this, but Furbolg, you don't. There's the old man looks really old. Like his skin is leathery and tanned. He's been out in the sun for a long time. You can tell he's an old, looks like a traveling man, nomad kind of person. Long gray hair and a long gray beard.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls out to you, "Greetings, travelers," in a very wispy voice.
Wispy.
"Do you need supplies for your travels?"
Dude,
I would like to cast my one racial detect magic for being a Furbolg.
Okay. You cast your Furbolg ability of detect magic, and other than the rod that the old man is holding, nothing magical. Well, and the collar on the dog.
Okay. Well, I got 10 minutes, so let me know if something new pops up, I guess.
Okie dokie. And you guys gonna
Well, I'll
indulge the
go
old
up.
man or pass him by?
I'll go up to him and I will say, "Hello there, sir. Furbolg. Damn glad to meet you." And give him a handshake.
I start
He
looking at the
accepts
cart
your
for things
hand.
to steal.
You start searching the cart for things to steal.
Yeah.
And then the old man says, "I don't know why he's so big. He's not supposed to be that big." There, that's better. The old man says, "Well, welcome to Herman's. I'm Tobias, and this is Herman," and he points to his dog. "Now, what can we help you with today?"
Well, we are just passing through on our nature walk.
"Well, you have plenty of rations, I take it. A man of your caliber must be good at making rations."
Oh, my bird friend is very great at cooking whatever I can find.
"Oh yes, that is a race of marvelous cooks. They have always been known for their succulent dishes.
Stereotyping much? God.
They're also quite tasty in stew."
What a
Well, that's not hard
racist.
to ask.
At this point, I start to look at Clark in a way that I hadn't looked at Clark in a long time. Like, could be tasty.
Don't get any ideas.
And Clark looks back. "I thought I saw a putty tat."
I did.
Vale, while you are poking around the cart, this shimmering curtain catches your attention. It's just kind of hanging off the back side of the cart over here.
Okay.
And it's glittery and shimmering in the sun.
And the cart just moved by itself.
Did the cart move?
Yeah,
No, the cart didn't move.
Yeah, it did.
I must have.
it
It
moved.
did.
Oops.
It's fine.
Because it
It's
Sorry,
rolled back into me. I was just standing there and this cart just like backs up into me. I want to know who I should call.
Do you have liability insurance, old man?
All the strong arm of the law.
That's right. One call, that's all.
So,
and anybody who's not engaged in doing anything else, so I guess everybody except Vale can roll an insight check for me.
no.
Vale is currently distracted by the shimmering lights on the curtain.
15.
22 for the Furbolg.
All right.
22.
You all get the feeling that there's more to this old man than meets the eye.
He's a transformer.
Beat me to it.
You guys, y'all are gonna kill me today. I just know it.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Honestly, an insight check.
Isn't that our job as the party to kill the DM? Isn't that literally the point?
Kill the dungeon
I
master
thought it
and
was
his
to
subsidiaries.
engage in the storytelling and continue going, but
You know what? As I have this inkling from the insight check, I'm going to ask you what magic schools are coming from the collar and the rod.
Ooh, fancy.
nice. The rod is divination, and the collar is transformation.
Ooh.
That's not sketchy at all.
Not at all.
Oh, good sir. I think that
I haven't said we heard the cart beeping. So,
What's that?
you think what? I'm sorry.
I think that I was going to talk to the old man and say, I think that my feline friend might be interested in some of your wares if you have anything unique that he could never find elsewhere in the world. If you could go and show him what you have.
I look at Furbolg very, very, very angrily. Like, why would you draw attention to me? What is wrong with you?
Over the table, so I can talk to the goddamn dog.
Got it. Understood.
So the old man turns his attention to the cat man here and wanders over and says, "Why, yes there, kitty. What may I help you find today?"
No, I don't know. I'm just looking. I don't know. I wasn't touching anything. I'm just looking. Nice curtain.
Why, yes, it is quite the nice curtain. Do you like curtains? I know races like you like to climb curtains.
I like to pee on curtains.
Oh,
I'm
well, that one's waterproof, so.
I walk up behind Tobias, and I just kind of stand uncomfortably close to him while he's talking to Vale.
Breathe on his neck.
I'm gonna also join that conversation, and I'm thinking I want to ask him a little bit about Fruiton, like how far we are, what's going on in the city, if there's anything special or new going on.
Seems legit.
Oh. All right. So you get his attention, and he turns and he tells Vale, he says, "Well, just enjoy what you look at. You break it, you buy it." And he says, "Well, you're only a few miles from Fruiton. I can't believe you can't smell the smoke in the air from the morning fires." With each person he talks to, he changes his accent slightly to address them in a slightly different manner, almost as if he's trying to mimic your race's accent, so that you can better understand him.
That's not sketchy.
Not at all.
Are there any special festivities in Fruiton, or is it just like normal, everyday, whatever?
Well, as far as I know, it's normal every day. Don't seem to be anything exciting happening here lately.
That's not a bad thing.
There's nothing ever bad in Fruiton. It's an honorable city.
That is lovely to hear, good sir.
Isn't its name literally the Honorable City of Fruiton?
Yes, it is. That is like quite literally its name. And you. Oh, quit moving the cart. Come here, old man. He turns to you, Brata. And he, I don't know if I can do this, but I'll try the voice anyway. And you were standing so close. You trying to hear what I'm saying to your friends? Or trying to make me scared of you?
Trying to make sure that you stay in line.
But we're not in a line. We're in a little circle.
So, like, I'm like
made the
squinting.
lines.
I'm like squinting my eyes at this old man. I'm still in his personal space, and then I hear I hear my friend over in the corner say that, and I turn and I give her the squinty eyes. Like,
roll an intimidation.
Terrible joke. An intimidation? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm intimidating the old man.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, he thinks I'm funny.
He does let out kind of a grandpa chuckle, and he goes, "Oh, you're so sweet."
You gave him blue steel instead of vicious.
Yeah.
Blue steel.
You gave him that I want a piece of candy, grandpa.
No.
What is it, butter?
No.
Let's jump over here to Furbolg while Vale is playing with the curtain. Furbolg, what do you want to talk to the dog about?
Just on the curtain.
Well, I guess I would like to establish some kind of rapport with him. You know, hello, good boy, pet him, all that jazz. I want to touch that collar, though.
You want to touch the collar?
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a good idea.
When you reach out for the collar and you kind of move his fur away, and you see that it is a steel collar. It's very shiny. Doesn't, for being an outdoor kind of dog, it's in pristine condition. And as you get close to it, you feel a static build up. Right as you're getting within about 6 inches of it. So you continue to reach out.
I think I'm good at that.
But when you pet the dog, you don't feel it. You can touch the dog without any static. But when you reach directly for that collar, it gets a little tingly.
So I guess I'm going to talk to the dog. Now, so I have, through both Shepherd Druid and Furbolg, I have the ability to talk to animals, but they don't have the ability to talk back to me.
Right.
So I guess I need to establish some kind of like left paw, right paw, yes, no system with this dog.
Okay.
I do have advantage on charisma checks made to and from animals and plants, but animals in this case.
All right. So you go ahead and ask your questions. We'll say left paw is yes and right paw is no. And if he licks himself, he doesn't know.
Okay. So I guess the first question is, have you always been a dog?
And he indicates in the affirmative that he has always been a dog.
What's the old man's name again?
Tobias.
Is Tobias a nice person?
He indicates in the affirmative. And he gets a little happy look on his face. You can tell the dog is well cared for. He's well fed. Shiny coat. He's a very healthy dog.
You know, I have Dispel Magic prepared. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Clark, what are you doing while all this stuff is going on?
I am sticking by Mr. Fluffers to make sure he's okay and going through my pack to see what rations I have since the old guy asked for some. Turns out I have some extra roasted possum to give him and the dogs if he's interested.
Oh, okay. He may be willing to trade you something for your roasted possum. He doesn't get roasted possum around here often, he says. So, on his cart is the standard wares of, what you would find a traveling merchant to have. Jerky, dry rations, water, tools, maps of the area, that kind of stuff.
Did he say what the curtain was? Or is there anything behind the curtain?
Okay, so if you want to investigate the curtain area a little bit more with Vale.
Sure.
If you go behind it, you just see the back of the curtain. There's nothing out of the ordinary about it other than it's really nice.
So the whole time I've been pawing at this curtain, and anything weird about the textures or...
It's very soft and velvety. Very heavy feeling, but when it blows in just the slightest breeze, it moves very easily.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, I really want to steal. I really want to steal this
Tobias,
curtain, but...
So Tobias says, I see that you are all... Oh, I'm moving the card again, sorry. Tobias says, I see you all are interested in more than just the everyday wares. Why don't we step into my my other shop?
Huh?
Do you care to join me?
Other shop.
I mean, there's a
And he
cart
walks
here.
And he walks right through the curtain. He walks right through the curtain and disappears on the other side.
But the curtain wasn't glowing with the detect magic?
Nope.
While he does that and whoever goes in, I'm going to ritual cast Identify on the dog collar and stay outside with the two dogs.
Serial and I had a whispered conversation, so I know that I need to get Serial 10 minutes. So
so you're going to try and buy some time.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make sure we are inside of this cart, for 10 minutes.
Okie doke. So, you all follow him behind the curtain. And as soon as you step through the curtain, I need everyone to make 2 saves for me. I need a wisdom save and a dexterity save.
Wisdom and dex, huh?
If I fail this wisdom save...
And as you're making your saves, I will describe, as you step through the curtain, the vast expanse of a void opens before your eyes. It appears as if you've walked into the starry night sky. There's no ground below or above, no walls, no roof, just tables seemingly floating in front of you. Beneath your feet feels empty, yet you are not falling.
I assume at this point that this whole room is lighting up like a motel room under a black light.
Yeah, for you, like everything in here is glowing. The tables are glowing. Everything in here glows.
I mean, my wisdom save was garbage, but my dex save was pretty good.
Yeah, what's the DC on this?
13.
All right, so I passed both.
Okay, so I failed my wisdom save.
I failed dex.
Failed your wisdoms. All right. And you made your wisdom? Yeah, you made your wisdom. All right. So looks like everybody failed one.
I passed both.
Oh, you passed both. So everyone except Furball. You spend the next 4 rounds trying to wrap your head around what is going on, where you are, how you're not falling, etc., etc. After the first round, you can roll an intelligence save at a DC 15 to see if you have shaken yourself. But if you choose not to, you can just wait 4 rounds and then you'll figure out what's happened. Furbolg, you pretty much understand being in tune with nature as you are, and in tune with some magical properties, especially natural magic. You understand that you are in some sort of a little pocket dimension created, or maybe even a doorway that you step through into another dimension, but you feel completely fine and natural.
In my headcanon, this is that scene from Galaxy Quest where everybody gets transported onto the ship, and like Alan Rick and Sigourney Weaver and Sam Rockwell are like freaking the fuck out, and then Tony Shalhoub just walks right out like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Bingo. Nailed it.
That's it.
Nailed it. Good job.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm actually surprised that this is the first time I've heard you mention Galaxy Quest in a long ass time.
It doesn't come up a lot, but it's a great movie. Anyway,
and
Tony is going.
Sometimes you find some little nuggets where it can be used. So Furbolg, you wander around the room for the first round. How many are you going to just stop and kind of examine each table?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of. So since I sort of get a glow for different schools of magic, I guess what I'm immediately looking for is necromancy and evocation.
All right. And you don't see Tobias in here, but you can hear him. And he's kind of chuckling a little bit at the three of them, but he notices you and he says, "Take your time, son." And there are a couple of things, like you can see piles of books and scrolls underneath them. The table that you're in front of right now, it has a book here. There's a mace on this. There are a pile of books and a scroll underneath the pile of books. You can look at 2 tables per round if you're going to investigate them.
I assume I've still got like 7, 6, 5 minutes or so of detect magic. So
yeah, I'd say you have enough time here to investigate everything you want to investigate in here.
Okay.
In a second, I'm going to duck down and grab a book. Hang on.
Okie doke. I don't think Billy's library is real.
It's moving an awful lot, isn't it?
It is.
It's shimmering in the breeze.
Is it glowing for you, Furbolg?
But you see, what it is an illusion. An illusion put up specifically so that the DM has some mysteriousness about him.
So that we
Actually,
don't see all the laundry on his bed, probably.
He just doesn't want us to, yeah.
No, I put my laundry away today. I just didn't make my bed. So this is so you don't see my messy bed.
There you go.
Well, it's cool. I like the library background.
I like the library background too. I really do.
Y'all are nerds.
I got it in the Kingdom of Bezos, actually.
Ooh.
In the Lost Amazon jungle.
Wow.
The Kingdom of Bezos. So you do see a couple of things. in this whole room that glow in those schools of magic. Every school of magic is represented here. On this particular table, the mace is glowing in evocation. Actually, be right back again. Sorry, I keep disappearing. My books are out of reach. Bad DM.
Maybe you should have made your desk bigger so that you had more space for all your D&D books.
Yes, I should have, but then there'd be other stuff on it. I have 2 computers, sound system, a water cup, a teacup, all my books. It's a mess up here.
You should see my desk, man. I literally programmed in a library shelf.
I saw the picture you posted of it.
Oh, I need to show you the picture with the books. I can store a lot of friggin' books on this shelf.
Right on.
It's a nice looking desk.
Are you gonna? It is. You did a good job on it.
Thank you.
All right. So the mace is as far as this goes on this table. It if you examine it closely, it's kind of graphic. Actually, it's the head of the mace looks almost like a skull, and there are these almost the top of the skull comes to points on the end, and it looks like you could use it for stabbing, smashing,
making julienne fries.
Yeah, stabbing, smashing, and julienning. Exactly.
In the voice of the late great Robin Williams.
Will not break. It's broke.
It broke.
All right. You're gonna investigate another table.
Yeah, I'm trying to get what I'm trying to do with the items is trying to get an insight into whether this guy is like just a regular guy who has a magic cart and some like crazy items, or if this guy has some like dark shit.
Roll an insight, and then you can read the room as far as what's in here.
19 insight.
You have a pretty good feeling that this guy is not just your average traveling merchant. There are some very shady items in here and very powerful items in here. And the shadier, the more powerful.
I have got to find a way to get message cantrip.
All right. On this table, this book right here glows also with the School of Necromancy.
I'll examine that book.
All right. How detailed are you going to examine it?
Book title. I'll read like half of a page every 40 or 50 or so.
So just kind of skimming through it.
Yeah.
Got it. So the titles, it's written in a language you can't read. The book is leather bound, heavy stitching in the binding. It has a very, very dark feel to it when you touch it. Like you're almost drawn to it to hold it longer. Kind of feel like it wants you to pick it up and hold it with both hands as you read it. Do you do that?
No, because I've seen Mom and Dad save the universe.
All right, so you leave it there and skim through it. It is written in a language that you don't understand. but the pictures that you see, the sketches and drawings that you see in it are moving and almost alive. It's definitely a magical book, and they show scenes of reanimation. They show scenes of people being, for lack of a better term, like flesh golemed back together, like stone back together with different body parts. They show scenes of battles. The people look very old in the book, like times, years, hundreds of years ago kind of timeline. And then as you get towards the back of the book, the pages are all blank, about the last third of the book.
Okay.
And I need you to roll a, what would that be? I guess it would be a wisdom save again.
27. I passed.
Damn it.
Holy
You passed.
cow.
Yeah, you did.
Man.
I'm a wisdom caster. I'm supposed to pass wisdom saves.
Mm-hmm. You are. All right. So that's your 2 tables for this round. Clark, Vale, or Brata, do any of you want to make an intelligence check here at this point?
Intelligence check or intelligence save?
What did I say? Oh, let me check my notes to make
You
sure.
said save.
Was it
Did I
save?
say save? Okay, so save. Yeah, it's safe.
I think I made it.
Vale, you come to. Hang on just a second. I gotta shut the door off because I can hear Brata laughing.
What?
What?
What's going on?
All right. All right. So, Vale, you save. You kind of come to like snap up and look around like, wait, Furbolg's just wandering around here. He's fine. And
If Furbolg's okay, I'm okay.
Yeah, and you kind of reach down with your front paws / hands, reaching for the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and you're feeling it, and there's nothing there, and you wave your hand under your feet, and there's nothing there, but you're standing up, and you're like, okay, I think I'm okay.
I got this.
And you can go ahead and try to take a step and move around, and after a minute or so, you kind of understand how physics work in this world, and you're able to move. You are definitely a long way from home, Toto. Go ahead and take your actions.
I see there's another table over here with another book on it. I'd like to see what that book is. What's the title? What's the gist? What's the, stuff?
That book. Gotta grab a book out of my library. Yes, this book. And check these. That book, immediately you have an overwhelming urge to jump into the book.
Of course I do.
So roll a wisdom save.
Are we in a Magic School Bus episode now?
Did you really do that?
You do not want
No,
me.
I didn't know book.
You do not want me to roll wisdom anything. Ever.
I do. I want you to roll wisdom everything. It's the only one I
No,
want you to
no,
do.
wisdom. No, wisdom is bad. Wisdom bad. I just dive head
Furbolg,
first into the fucking
since you're
book.
in the room and aware.
I just dive head first into the book.
Vale somehow has found himself the ability to leap in this strange, starry nighted universe and leaps into the air. I will.
I cast Thorn Whip.
Ow!
All right, cast Thorn Whip.
Don't I get a save against that?
Technically, it's an attack roll, so I
crap.
rolled a 14 on the attack roll.
That's my armor class.
All right, you hit him with Thorn Whip.
And I take 8 freaking damage.
I'll heal you, but most importantly, I move you 10 feet in my direction. You're welcome.
And he pulls you away from the book just as you were about to dive into it. And a voice kind of echoes in the ether around you, and he's just laughing so hard.
So what does the book glow?
Which one? This
The
one over
one
here?
that I just tried to cannonball into.
That one is transmutation.
Okay, and by the way, I give you 4 good berries at level 2, so you're back up to full hit points.
Okay.
Can I recognize the title or anything about it without touching it?
No, you don't recognize it, although you recognize the language. It's an ancient elven script that you were exposed to briefly while you were at the orphanage, but you've never picked it up enough to really read the language, but you can recognize it.
Right, so I get like the alphabet and such.
Yep, but you never spent enough time actually learning how to read.
Okay. Okay.
Firbolg is in the young readers section of the library. Good one, Diamond.
I guess that means that Vale was trying to dive into the shallow end then, huh?
Yeah. Either that or the deep end, one or the other.
Yep. As you look at the page that's open, you see it's a moving picture similar to the other one that's on the book, but it's a forest scene, and there's a large clearing, and a swarm of blackbirds is just waving kind of through the clearing, almost like what are they called? Starlings. They're flying around in different shapes and.
Okay, what else is on the table and what is it glowing?
There is a decanter right here, and there's another book here, and there's a scroll here. The decanter is necromancy. The other book. I'm gonna help. This is one of those 30-minute side quests that takes an hour.
This is probably going to end soon.
Probably.
Firbolg has a pretty good idea, I think, that this person at the very least should not be sharing these items with people.
Whatever would give you that idea?
Everything. Literally everything.
Where is Tobias while all this is happening?
You don't see him, but you can hear him.
He is omnipresent, is Firbolg's assumption.
Yes. And I will come back to you on that. What is, let's go ahead and see, do y'all want to wait 3 more turns or make your next intelligence rolls? Clark and Brata.
You said it was a 15?
Did I say 15? I think I did say 15. Actually, I didn't have it written down.
Yes, you said 15.
But I said 15. Yeah.
Yeah, you did say 15.
All right. Yep. So not quite. But I'll tell you, you're getting closer.
You targeted the stat that everybody dumped.
I didn't check your character sheets before this.
Can we get advantage since we can see Vale and Furbolg just walking around?
On the
like
next check,
normal?
yeah. That's actually, I have that written. The next check you do.
Okay.
We have had a discussion, though, that we are all low intelligence creatures. The best that we've got is high wisdom and high charisma. It's not really smarts, but it is brain power.
Yep. All right. So as you study this this book and this scroll, they're both enchantment, School of Enchantment.
And this table over here with what might be apples or onions.
Those are all potion bottles. And there is one of the School of Illusion, Divination. 2 are Conjuration. How many are 1, 2? That's 4. And the 2 closest to you are Necromancy. And the big one in the middle right there is Abjuration.
Okay. And then this table that has a diary, a longbow, and a box, maybe?
Yeah, that's a box. And that's just a pink book. The
That's why I call
bow,
it diary.
yeah. The bow glows of the Divination School. The box is Enchantment. And the pink book is of Illusion. Kind of like my wispy screen back here. All right. So now, Vale. I'm sorry, Vale.
Yes.
Now that you have recovered from your wounds and eaten your good berries,
Uh-huh.
now what? Furbolg has moved around and checked out some other tables.
What are these red boxes? Like this one right here. Whoops, I can't point at it.
This?
Yeah, that. Yeah. What are those? What are those red box looking things?
This one's a box. This is a stack of books. They're the same kind of icon for different things, but this one is a box, and this one is a box.
Okay.
They're fairly ornate wooden boxes with gold
They
decoration on them.
immediately have my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would like to investigate. Oh, let's try to investigate this one.
Okay. And you look at it, go ahead and you can look at it, inspect it. It has a very fine kind of gold leaf work on it, inlaid into the wood. It's a very old box. In all of your time at the orphanage and trading goods, you've never seen anything like it, or the wood that it's made of. And you've seen a lot of different wooden items come through the orphanage stockhouse.
Sure.
There is a keyhole on it where it would appear to be locked.
Uh-huh.
And you hear Tobias's voice from somewhere around you. Oh, you like that, do you?
Perhaps. What's in it?
Well, everything in this room can be yours for the price.
What's the price?
Well, that depends on the item, of course. But with
What's
that
in the
particular
box?
item, 1,000 gold, and you can walk away with it.
What is it?
Oh, that's the trick of it, right? I'm not really sure. I don't have the key. But I know it's very important, because otherwise I wouldn't have it hidden away so safely, now would I? Ask your friend. He knows it's important.
I kind of look at Furbolg and say, and kind of give him the look of, is this important? Does it look important to you?
It's magical. I couldn't tell you anything more than that.
So it seems to me that your main issue here is that you don't even know what's inside of it. What if?
I wouldn't necessarily call that a problem.
I mean, you have a box that you can't get into. You assume that it's worth 1,000 gold pieces.
I do.
What makes you
assume that? Because I know who
I
took it from.
Ah, you took it from someone.
Well, they weren't using it anymore, so I collected it. This is part of my personal collection, but it's available to the public for the right price.
I see. What if I can get it open? Is there a price differential for that? I'd be doing you a favor.
Furbolg immediately looks at him and says, "Do not try to pick the lock on a magical box."
Hold on. I forgot to get something out.
Oh, he's got to flip his coin. Are you flipping your coin?
I'm flipping my coin. Ooh, you got lucky. I decide to listen to Furbolg.
I feel like I should get advantage on that coin flip since I've never steered you wrong.
There's no advantage or disadvantage. It's a straight flip of the coin. Generally speaking, if it's heads, I'm going to agree with your suggestion. If it's tails, I am going to go on my own.
Tails for Vale.
Tails for Vale. That's right.
As opposed to the spin-off series, Tales of Vale.
Which comes this fall, only on the WB.
Or the Xbox game, Tales of Valefaria.
Everyone pulling Vale out of bad situations.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the plot line.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the plot line.
All right.
Does he respond?
Let's go back.
Does he respond to my offer of getting the box open?
He says, many have tried, but none have been successful. If you are successful in opening the box, I will entertain a fair offer for the contents inside. Granted, I have not seen them either, so it could just be a pile of dust. You have gotten me, man. You have caught me at a good game. I recognize
So whomever you took it from, you suspect would have had something powerful in it, but at the same time, you don't necessarily know.
Powerful, valuable, desirable, any of those words could describe what's inside that box. I just don't know. But you are welcome to try.
I'd like to ask him about the bow.
The bow?
We're probably also like 20 rounds in for all this talking.
Yeah, we've been in here a while, so.
What do you think?
So are we?
Rata and Clark, go ahead and roll with your advantages.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh. hurts.
You know what? I can't stand it. I'm gonna let Clark gain. Go ahead and flap your wings, and you don't understand why you can't fly, but you're able to walk around.
Okay.
Seeing all of your compatriots being able to move around without issue. Your puzzlement is that you can't fly in this space, but you're able to move. All right. And since you can move around, where do you choose to go? I'm looking for something specific. Sorry, y'all. There they are.
Now on Cinemax, Bale's tail.
Catamax. So, Brata or Clark, do either one of you want to go wandering around the room?
Yeah.
Serial, I have not forgotten about you outside. I guess we'll sum that up when we come back out from behind the curtain.
I'm interested in the sword over here.
Of course you are.
Uh-huh.
And the voice around you says, as you approach it, he goes, I see you're interested in that. I'm actually interested in the one you're carrying, too.
Oh, are you?
Why, yes, I haven't seen a sword like that except in books. Wherever did you get it?
That's none of your business.
Should have said
Well,
from
now,
it.
how do you expect to make a deal if we can't talk civilized amongst each other? That's the problem with your race of creature. You just always want to fight.
And I can't see him right now, right? Like he's hidden.
Nope. The voice is coming from just all around you.
Gotcha. Fine, merchant. Tell me about this sword.
That is one of my finest treasures. That sword has slain many a beast. It never dulls. It helps you heal in battle. And will never rust. Will never break. It has slain so many. Just ask your friends about it. Especially the Furbolg. He seems to know quite a bit about the things in this room.
So I kind of look over at Furbolg and I'm like, can you tell me about this sword?
Well, I guess I'll tell her what the school of magic it is.
It's from the necromancy school. Necromancy.
Ooh.
I was wondering when you were going to stop pronouncing it that way.
Necromancy?
Yeah.
Necromancy? I don't know. You say potato, I say potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
It's potato and necromancy and necromancy.
Tomato and
Look.
tomato. Necromancy and necromancy.
I think she's actually quoting a Christopher Walken SNL monologue.
Mm-hmm. It's
so-
potato.
Look, it's not pronounced necrophilia.
I'll tell Brada that the sword has necromancy magic imbued in it.
Indeed. What else can I tell? What else can I tell about this weapon? And is it a great sword, a long sword? Like, what is it?
It's a long sword.
Okay. long sword.
And the sword that he's indicating to you is the great sword that you picked up off of the Githyanki.
Mm-hmm.
He offers you 500 gold pieces to buy that sword from you.
As kind
or
of just
we can make an even trade.
As a matter of time killing, I'm going to ask him for the price of literally everything in the wagon. And probably by the time we get through with that conversation, my detect magic is done.
Yeah. So he's willing to make an even trade. Your sword from the Githyanki warrior for the sword on the table.
I kind of look at him. I look at the sword. And I shrug and say, okay. And I pull out the sword of the Githyanki. Hand it to the nothing. And then pick up that sword.
All right. And as you...
Isn't the nothing the bad guy in
The Never-Ending Story?
Never-Ending Story, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Furbolg, you were going to do something?
Furbolg is just like dumbfounded by this. And he's going to put his hand on Bratta's shoulder and say, hang on 1 second.
Yes, free man.
Right.
I'm going to motion to Clark, and I'm gonna say, Clark, come look at this bow that is over here. It is imbued with divination magic.
First of all, can I see a way out of this place? Is the curtain still there?
No. You do not see a curtain, a door, or any other way out of this space.
Great. Okay, I'll go look at the bow.
Otherwise, you were going to bolt, weren't you?
I was gonna bibbity-bobbity back the hell out of this magic place.
Bibbity bobbity boop the hell out of here, huh? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So you go check out the bow. And it is a finely crafted elven bow. It's one of the finest bows you've ever seen. It's a long bow.
What can he tell me about it?
So the voice in the ether tells you that this bow was handcrafted by the lost elven tribe. Trying to read my big map. Hang on. This is in the Glyphwood Forest. It's actually easier to do that than it is to find the notes. So the elves of Glyphwood Forest made that over 800 years ago. The warrior who that bow was made for was said to have never missed his target when shooting with that bow.
And how did he come across the bow? Tobias, not the word.
Oh. Tobias said he won this bow in a gambling match against a dragon.
And how much is it?
This bow is 350 gold pieces.
And Furbolg is going to keep trying to stall for some time. Do you think that my companion here could try shooting this fine bow?
Sure, and he says, "Go ahead and feel free to shoot at it. Anything you choose."
There won't be any repercussions for just firing it, will there?
You break, you buy, and a target materializes in the distance. Almost like I knew that was going to happen. So if you roll this with your standard bow attack, and then I'll tell you. It was a very, very easy shot. You didn't even really have to aim like you do with your normal bow. You just kind of pointed it in the direction and hit dead bullseye. The first arrow. It's very lightweight, and when you loose the string, a voice almost sounds like it goes by you as the string passes by you. A whisper.
Can I make out what it's saying?
It's in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
No.
Oh, Elvish.
Or Elven. See, I'm doing things on purpose now just to irritate people.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. For you, special price. That's right, Diamond. For you, very special price.
I was actually doing an Elvis impression.
Is there anything he would be willing to trade for the bow?
A weapon of similar value, or what do you have of value that you would be, willing to part with?
The only thing I can think of is we have that extra orb of true sight, but I don't know if we want to part with one of those.
Well, we're carrying like 3 of those, right?
I think so.
Mr. Tobias, if my friends and I could confer in privacy for a few moments. See, we have a fellowship where we share all of the wealth of our journey, and we need to decide what we are willing to give up.
I look at Furbolg like he's kind of crazy a little bit.
Fair enough. I understand. Go ahead and take the time you need. We have all the time necessary here.
And you won't be listening in?
No, not at all. I will step away from it.
Okay, so I gather up the crew right quick.
Excuse me.
And if y'all want, I can legit take my headphones off for a minute, and then y'all can tell me something.
Nah,
on
you're
Discord.
good.
No, you're good.
You can divorce.
Yes, take your headphones off right now, immediately. Take
Me, not metagame.
You don't have to take them off.
Guys, there is some seriously powerful and, I mean, not the kind of magic that I would want other people to be using against me present here.
Uh-huh.
Like, I know that we're not Boy Scouts, but this guy might be the kind of people we should rid this mortal coil of and relieve him of his ill-gotten gains.
Brata perks up. Tree Man, are you saying what I think you're saying?
I think that his dog might in fact be a person, among other things.
Well, should the rest of you decide that we need to take matters into our own hands, I would be more than happy to see him or take him to the end of his life.
And I'll look at Vale after that.
I haven't killed anything since last night, so I'm ready.
Clark, are you anti this plan, pro this plan?
I'm neutral.
Okay.
could you be at least chaotic neutral?
That's not on my character sheet.
Okay, never mind.
If it gets me the bow, I'll go for it.
Then I think we need to. I have an idea.
Attack, you say? Let's do it.
Well, hang on.
Attack what? We can't even see him.
Well, yeah, that's the next step.
Attack the darkness.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Hey, I don't have magic missile this go around.
Hey, if there's any girls there, I was just going to stop this right now, and we're going to not go down that rabbit hole.
Yes, let's not.
So as Furbolg is considering for a second, I'm not entirely sure if this space is going to exist after he dies.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe everybody should pick up an item that they want from this place, and we'll ask him to barter face to face outside of the cart.
Okay.
Is there
I
anything
can't
that's...
hear you, but if my friends like me, maybe they'll pick me up something too.
Yeah, there's nothing in here specifically for Furbolg, and I was thinking what might have some rituals in it for you.
Is there anything that's
I don't know what the
blatantly...
potions are.
Yeah, there's potions over there on that table. But is there anything that would blatantly benefit a rogue assassin phantom? I mean, I'm super intrigued by these 3 boxes because I want to know what's in them.
Yeah, you don't know what's in them. There aren't really any other weapons. Just the books and the boxes are really the only other things there. You don't know what the books say or the scrolls. You weren't really
there's a
interested
scroll.
in this book.
So the first book was Necromancy. The second book
Mhm.
was
Transmutation.
Transmutation.
Transmutation. What was the pink book?
Believe I didn't write it down, but I believe that pink book was we're gonna say it was evocation.
And none of us know the languages.
This one is written in an ancient script that no one has been able to read. This one is in a language that Furbolg recognizes but can't read as an ancient Elven dialect. And this one nobody's read into. This pile no one's read into.
How big would you say those boxes are? Like
Those boxes are like cigar box size, so not very
so
big.
I could carry 3 of them kind of pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If you, with your permission, we would like to bring some of these items outside to barter.
Okay, we're back. Okay. Well, they don't tend to leave the room. That's not usually the way this works. See, this space is the only place in the world, in the universe, in fact, where I can control who comes and goes. This is kind of like my little secret space. If these items were to get out and people saw them, what if there are travelers outside? We don't know, other than your friend who might be out there waiting to shop at my cart. And if you come out with these items, and then we start asking questions, it could just be really problematic. If you end up not buying them, then I have to let you back in, and we have to put them all back, and it's just problematic.
Well, hold
Well,
on.
the people out
This
there
is-
wouldn't know what we came in with.
Right. And aren't you the one who owns this? Can't you just like go out there and see who's out there?
If I leave, you might not survive.
I'm okay with
I
this.
tell you what, I will let whoever wants to, or all of you, since you're all kind of, except Brata hasn't really chimed in, do a persuasion here and see if you can persuade him to let these items come out.
All right. Persuasion, eh?
Charisma was my dump stat, but I got a nat 20.
But mister, I really want to. That's Brata.
Oh, that was an intimidation. It was you better let us out to see these, and he's just like, okay.
Brata tried to stamp her foot on the ground like an indignant child who wants to get their way, but there was no ground to stomp on. It was just empty space beneath your foot.
Try as you might to stomp it, there's no noise.
So that's a pair of
That's right.
19s. And
The pair of 19s, oh man. Furbolg, let's roll off. You and I tied.
Okay, as in we have to roll persuasion again?
Yep.
God, stop targeting my -1. That's an 8.
We tied again.
God damn.
he just doesn't
Are
want to
you
roll
sure?
against me because I have a +6.
No, we actually did tie both times. I rolled a nat 20 and then I rolled a 9 -1. So
Oh, jeez.
there, I rolled it in plain view that time, I think.
And I win!
Yay!
And you win. See, just like I said last session, I don't hardly ever bend the dice to favor me.
Just 5
Hardly
or
ever.
6 times.
Hardly ever. You guys heard it. He hardly ever bends the
Hardly
dice.
ever, never, maybe sometimes.
On occasion, usually on days that end in Y.
He says, okay, but on one condition, you can each only take one item. Brata, you've already traded your sword, correct?
I was about to, but then Furbolg stopped me. And I said, okay, tree man, I trust you. What's going on here? And then things moved on and we never really got to resolve that.
Okay, so do you want to still trade your sword or do you want to keep your weapon? He's asking you, do you still want to trade or do you want to find another item to take it out and keep the current weapon you have?
I might trade. I'd like to take this weapon out and look at it.
Okay. If you still wish to trade, we'll trade. So everybody can pick one item.
All right, I'm gonna
Leave
pick.
out-
I'm gonna pick this item up. Okay.
Okay.
On the way out, since we all came in over here, I'm assuming we're gonna go out that way also. On the way
Well, there's
out,
no real out, so
yeah, but he said that we
But you-
have to. He said that basically we have to leave first because if he leaves and we're inside, we may not survive. So we've got to go out first,
mhm,
right? So
correct.
So I'm going to pick up this one. And as I walk past this one, I'm going to try and pocket it under my
All right.
jacket.
Before you roll,
Mhm.
roll, is
Yep.
everyone else wandering around the room also, picking up the items that they want to take out?
I've already picked up the sword and I'm standing ready to be let outside.
Same with the bow.
I'm gonna grab this book, but with some cloth.
Okay, so not directly touching it.
Yeah, hell no.
All right, so as Furbolg's over there and heading back, Vale, you come by, go ahead and roll.
Okay, we're talking sleight of hand here, yeah?
Sleight of hand, yep. Roll your sleight of hand. All right. You tuck it under your cloak, pocket, bag, whatever, and
Okay.
start walking that way. And as soon as you pick up your items, you see a little shimmering about the shape and color of the curtain in the direction that you're standing over here. And you walk out.
Holy shit, did that work? Okay.
I'm surprised you had the balls to do a sleight of hand inside of an omnipresent person's domain.
Look,
Dude.
I rolled a 3 on his perception, okay?
Dude, chaotic. I am chaotic.
I know. But that doesn't mean that you do stupid things. It just means you don't follow the law.
No.
I mean,
I probably would have given that guy plus 10 to perception and advantage on all perception checks inside of there if I was a DM.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 3. So
even if it was plus 10, it would be a 13. I still would have won. Whew.
Anyway, I'm going to hand the book to Tobias, and I'm going to say, let me confer with my warlock friend. I was trying to pick an item that I thought they might like. So I hand him the book, and I'm going to go talk to Sariel.
Okay.
It's Sariel.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Listen, names are important.
They are important.
Yes.
Names are impotent.
All right, so Sariel.
You've met me, you know my real name. You know I'm going to correct everybody on every name forever.
Anyway,
so
what did
true.
Sariel's 10 minutes of identify casting reveal?
On the dog. Or the collar.
On the collar.
Oh, on the dog. On the dog collar. Yeah.
The dog is a dog.
So the dog is a dog. But the collar allows it's a collar of shape change. So it allows the caster of the spell to change the shape of the target once per day.
So it can look like any kind of dog, or it might not actually be a dog.
It can look like any creature the caster chooses it to be.
So the answer to your question was yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I relay this to Furbolg. What do you think? Like, do we want to assume that it's an enslaved something, or not?
Could I get any information off of an insight check based on talking to him and seeing the less than on the up and up stuff he's got in his tent?
Are you talking about talking to the dog?
No, like
or to Tobias.
Talking to Tobias. Like, I'm trying to decide if Furbolg thinks he just wants a different kind of dog every day, or if Furbolg thinks he has a human under that collar.
Oh, you would have to talk to Tobias more about his dog, and in doing so, you could roll an insight check on that. So if you want to spend some time doing that, we can skip the actual conversation and say you talked to him about his dog, asking him the general how long you had your dog kind of questions, you know?
Okay, here's
roll an insight.
Here's a better strategy. I'm going to tell Sariel, I still don't really know Sariel what's going on with this guy yet, but I found a book that she might like. She should go talk to the guy. I'm going to go behind this tree, and I'm going to cast Augury. So I receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that I plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
The course of action that I would like to ask about is attacking Tobias.
Okay. Meanwhile, so while you're doing that, that's what takes a minute. Yeah. And it is a okay. So it's wheel woe, or basically the only.
Yes, it could be both.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be completely neutral, in which case it's neither.
So you get a response. That's this. Basically, that's the specific question you're asking. Is it a good idea to attack this guy?
Yeah.
Or will you
rather,
have positive?
would it be a good idea to attack this guy or a bad idea to attack this guy? Would nothing really happen if we attack this guy, or would we have good and bad results happen if we attack this guy?
Yes.
So, is it a good idea? You receive a response that leans in the affirmative, that it would be good for the universe for this guy to not exist.
Thank you, omens.
Wow. All right. Everybody else, are you kind of haggling with Tobias about your items? Just wasting time until Furbolg comes back, and or what's your plan here?
I'm walking around, swinging the sword around to see how it feels. And making a big show of it. Just like...
Okay.
I'm trying to kind of read the group to figure out if we're attacking this guy or not.
But when you look around, you don't see Furbolg.
Okay. I'm assuming that at some point I see Furbolg come back from around the tree. Furbolg.
Yeah, about a minute, 2 minutes later.
I'm looking for any indication at all that he wants to take advantage of this guy.
What is it with y'all killing people and stealing their dogs, huh?
I don't want to keep the dog. I just want what's in these two boxes. I don't care about the
dog.
I feel like Furbolg should try to take the collar off now.
I didn't ask if that was a good idea.
Oh, how bad could it possibly go?
It's either going to let loose like a terrible creature, or it's going to create a an ally for us in the combat.
Or nothing will happen and you just have a dog there without a collar on.
I'm okay with that option. If we spend this entire campaign just amassing dogs, I'll be okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's your evil plot, Sariel, is to collect dogs. That's your
Vale
evil plot for the campaign.
And teach them to swim, obviously.
Vale has no interest in liberating dogs.
Plus, I have
all of the dogs.
The whale friend and the dolphin friend, so I have sea puppies too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vale
And
has
don't
no
forget the
interest in...
puffer fish.
That's right. We
Yeah.
got the puffer fish too.
Okay, well, I think that the sign that Furbolg is going to give to the group is going to be transforming into a black bear and roaring.
And with that, we should take a break.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Good plan.
Yeah, bio break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks. We recommend you take a bio break, stand up, walk around, stretch a little bit yourselves.
Yes,
Tune
grab
in
your
next time to
snacks.
see what happens.
Yeah, grab your snacks. We'll be back in
Grab your
5
snacks.
minutes or so. Hope you guys are ready for whatever comes next. And welcome back. Hope you grabbed all your snacks. Hope you were able to relieve the pressures that come up over the course of sitting here and letting us entertain you for a while. But I'm ready to kill something.
All right. So, Firbolg, you transform into a black bear. Go ahead and do your black bear transformation token thing. And when you do that, Herman yips and runs and hides behind the cart.
So I've got the sword from the cart and my on-hand weapon, and then I pull out my offhand weapon.
I'm gonna run back.
Okay. Run. Okay, so you run back out of. Okay.
So, just to confirm, this weapon is a longsword.
That is correct.
Okay.
Hang on just a second, and I will send you.
Are we in a free action moment here?
Hang on. Just a second.
Okay.
Because there are certain attributes I want to make sure I have them pulled up so I can adjust, modify whatever your roles. Basically, as soon as Firbolg transforms into a bear, you all spring into action and have one action. If you go ahead and roll your initiative now, that's fine. Firbolg, don't worry about it. You can all take one action before official initiative begins.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and... Nobody else has rolled yet, right, for initiative?
No.
I'm going to go ahead and clear everyone else's.
I'm moving closer.
I am going to take a few steps back, and I am going to level a crossbow and fire at what's the guy's name?
Tobias.
Tobias. I never remember.
All right.
It. So I'm going to level a crossbow and fire at Tobias.
Tobias. Wow. All right.
Does that get sneak attack for any reason?
20 does hit.
Can I take a
He is...
free action? Can I effectively take 2 move actions so I don't have a huge line of people in my Eldritch Blast lane?
There is no such thing as a move action. Move is move, action's action. So you can move up to any amount of your movement at any point during the turn. So,
but you can also use
if you need
the
to move
dash
double,
action.
you can use a dash action.
Am I
to move
thinking
twice your
of
movement.
Pathfinder rules where you can take
Uh-huh.
moves? Okay.
Yeah. In 5th edition, the only actions are like attacks, using items, that sort of thing, and bonus actions. So movement is not an action.
So
You
back to
can
my
bonus action dash to move twice your movement speed.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Back to my original question: does that get sneak attack for any reason?
No.
Okay. That's fine.
He seems kind of aware. Otherwise, you would have advantage as well for him being surprised, and he's not.
Okay.
When he saw the black bear transformation and everybody kind of scattered, he was like, "All right, should have seen this coming." And
although one of the conditions for sneak attack is an enemy of that person within 5 feet, which should qualify Brata.
Oh yeah, Brata
Ooh,
is.
that's
So yeah,
true.
you would get sneak attack for
Well,
that.
then
I forgot
that's fine.
that was
I shall
condition.
take my sneak attack damage. I'll take it. So that's a total of 15.
Okay.
All right. So
bonus action. Oh no, we're not doing bonus actions right now. Never mind. Forget it.
Nope.
Forget
so
it.
if I
Carry on.
how are we going to handle it if I start hitting this guy with the sword that I know nothing about?
I will tell you. I'll make the adjustments to your rolls on
Okay.
my side and tell you what happens.
Okay.
It's just easier that way than.
Right.
Actually, how long have you been using it? About 15 minutes?
Yeah, I've been walking around swinging it around for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, probably nothing's going to happen yet, but I'll let you know if something does.
Okay. Well, I am going to go ahead and take the opportunity to swipe at him with the sword.
Okay.
Oh. That didn't go so well. I got a
That
1.
went poorly.
That went really
Yeah.
poorly.
Crit fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Boy, am I glad I stepped away from Brata.
Crit fail with a sword that I know nothing about.
If you're lucky, that means you'll drop it.
G-Vale, how did you lose an ear?
Roll your damage.
Oh. Okay.
You take a total of 8 damage as you are clumsy with this new weapon that you have found. The handle and pommel just kind of slip a little bit in your hand as you're swinging, and you slice your own leg wide open.
Yeah. Okay. You said 8.
And the wound burns.
Ooh.
As you look down, it smokes just a little bit as the sword comes through it. It looks blackened.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Why are you laughing like that?
Rada likes what she sees.
Brata's like, I
Okay.
don't like how this feels, but I sure do like how it looks.
If it can do this to me,
I see where you're going with that. Yeah. All right. Is anyone else going to take an action? Sariel or Clark?
I'd like to attack
Firbolg. All right, go ahead, Clark.
with my normal bow, not the new one. Does a 15 hit him
15 will hit.
for 9 damage?
9 damage. So that's a total of 24 damage total. All right.
As a point of order, my action was wild shape.
Okay, that was your kind of figured. Look.
And Sariel's
All right.
action essentially was double movement. So I think that's it. I think we're done.
Yep, because that was a dash action. So that's everybody. All right, so go ahead and roll your initiatives.
Ah, stupid initiative roll. Dang it.
Those are terrible rolls.
Hey,
Yeah.
I rolled one better than I did
Not
before.
that far down, Vale.
Not any
Like,
better than the DM.
Clark, Firbolg, and all right, I'll let all of you all go first before the DM goes. So, who has the better dex, Firbolg or Clark?
Clark by a mile, I'm sure.
What's yours?
12.
Yeah.
Singing
All right,
order
just
sort.
up
There we
in
go.
the tree, attacking with the longbow again.
All right. Holy cow. Yeah, that hits. Another 8.
Second attack. Does a 12 hit?
No, a 12 does not hit.
All right, 8
He
damage.
kind of throws his hand up, and your crossbow bolt just, or your bolt just flies away from him. Your arrow. All right, Furbolg, you're up.
I move to attack position.
All right.
Being that a black bear is a small dragon, I will do a claw bite. Claws are a 10 to hit. I'm guessing that is no.
That is a no.
Bite is a 12, also a no.
That's correct.
And I'm never being a black bear again.
Wow.
You did that as a wild shape, right?
Yep.
Your wild shapes haven't been very attack pouncy here lately. No, I don't want to move the cart.
The
He
cart
actually
has
is going to move.
Wait, the cart has initiative?
Yeah, the cart has an initiative. No, he's not going to move. He's not going to open himself up to that attack of opportunity from 2 players. That would be
Oh.
dumb.
The cart is moving to protect the dog.
Yes, that's it.
That's right.
Did anybody roll initiative for fluffers?
Oh, no, I didn't. Hang on.
no.
All right.
Let's see what...
Oh, man!
Okay, let's retcon Fluffers here.
Yeah,
real
let's
quick.
retcon Fluffer's initiative here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let me add him in to the turn.
You can leave him at the end, or I guess you can manually adjust and be in front of Clark.
Yeah, I can drag him up. It's no problem.
I think
do that.
Mr. Fluffers is just going to move over here.
There.
Okay.
He's just going to move there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Seeing the black bear is the largest threat at the moment. Turn off GM roll, advanced dice roller. He, the rod that he's holding in his hand, he just reaches out to hit you with it. And, nope. I don't think an 8 hits the black bear, does it? Yep. And he's going to try again. How freaking weird is that? Twice in a row. Boop, boop. He tried to double boop you and nothing happened. All right. Next is... Where are we? Vale.
All right, so we're gonna go with the crossbow again. Oh,
Roll a d4, and Furbolg, you're odd, and Brata's even. Oh, Brata gets a crossbow bolt to the back. 10 damage.
Brazzo's going to die without ever getting hit by an enemy.
Probably.
How much you said 10 damage?
yeah.
Yep,
10
that's what it
damage.
says.
And bonus action
Damn you,
fire.
Catman!
Bonus action fire again. That's better.
All right, 26 hits.
Thread
You
the needle
found
this
the-
time.
You found it and threaded the needle right through there and got him for 8 more damage.
Ugh.
He's actually
And I'm
looking
gonna
pretty
use.
rough, y'all.
Can I still use? I can still use my movement, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna move over here next to Mr. Fluffers. I hate the dog, but
All right.
I got a better shot this way.
Yeah, you have less. You didn't use your sneak attack damage on that because you have a enemy within 5 feet.
It did, yeah, but that was a crit failure. I guess I have to.
What about your second bonus attack? Can
Well,
you
yeah, I
not
can
use
do-
it on your bonus attack?
No, it's got to be on my primary, I think.
It's got to be on any attack.
Well then.
I think it's any
okay.
attack.
Well then,
Mhm.
add 17 to that.
Holy crap! Why did I even ask that question? That was stupid, DM. Don't do that. With the second bolt attack that hits him, something weird starts happening.
Oh no!
He starts to shimmer, and a strange light starts emanating from him.
Hit him again! Hit him again!
All right, Sariel, your turn.
I'm going to attempt an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
It did not work.
Did not hit.
However,
It goes
I'm going
Blasting
to
right past him.
I am going to bonus action some tentacles to arrive behind him. I will set it up and then I will put the token on the map.
Right on. While you're setting your token, Brata, you can go ahead and take your turn.
They don't hit, but I'm putting them on there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, first thing is, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna rage as my bonus action. And then I'm gonna sling this new sword at the guy to try to hit him. Does a 12 hit?
No, a 12 does not hit. But it also doesn't hit you, so, there's that.
Darn. Yeah, I guess there's that. I guess that's the thing.
You said
and
that was the
then
new
I'm
sword,
going
though?
to
Were
take
there...
my...
You said that was the new sword that you swung?
Yeah, the new sword.
Is there anything that gets added
and
to
then
that, DM?
Nope,
Okay.
nothing bad happened.
Okay.
Okay. And then I am going to use my extra attack to take another swipe at him. Does a 15 hit?
15 will hit. 15 will hit.
Woohoo! Excellent. Alright, so that's 11 slashing, plus 2 rage, plus divine fury in the form of a necromantic damage.
So add all that up. Let's see. It's
Romantic.
11, 13, 16.
16. Yep.
And the second longsword is your traditional longsword, is that correct?
No,
Or is that the new one?
because I hit him twice with the new one because I had to use my bonus action for rage, so I couldn't use my offhand weapon.
Got you. So, okay. So the second one is... All right. All right. He is not looking good. The light is glowing brighter and brighter around him. And yep, it's Mr. Fluffer's turn. Did we get... Yeah, we got Clark earlier. That's right.
Well, Mr. Fluffers sees one of his compatriots being hurt, so he's going to run over behind Brata, and he will licks of health for 9 points of healing.
Oh, what a good dog. I love you, Mr. Fluffers.
And that ends Mr. Fluffers.
Everyone is stunned by Brata's reaction to the dog. All
Hey,
right,
everybody loves
Clark.
Mr. Fluffers. Except Vale.
Except for me. I tolerate Mr. Fluffers.
I'm gonna hold action and see what this glowing is all about.
All right, so you're gonna wait. All right, Furbolg.
I'm gonna try that claw bite thing again, I guess. Sorry, I accidentally made your turn counter for the cart go away. So I gave you a new one.
Oh, whatever.
Does a 13 hit?
No, 13 does not hit.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes, a 20 will hit.
7 more piercing damage.
Woo woo.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right, it is Tobias's turn. I'm looking for the spell that I'm. Yes. Furbolg. He points his finger at you. He says a word, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm actually worse at Constitution saving throws as a bear than I am as a furbolg.
Whoops.
I got a 10.
That is not enough to save versus this spell. And you take 15 necrotic damage.
Big oof. That is not a happy looking bear.
Nope, a very unhappy bear. Vale.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Crossbow bolt again.
Hits.
Plus sneak attack. Plus bonus action shoot again.
Hits.
So that's 6, and 6 is 12, and 9 is 21 damage.
Yes, it is. You can math. I'm proud of
I
you.
can math. That sneak attack damage was balls, though.
Everything within the 30-foot radius centered on him.
Uh-huh.
Make a dexterity save. So, Sariel, you were just outside that 30 foot.
So I extra saved because I'm not in it.
You're on the edge. Yeah, you're not going to have to save. Yep. Saved. Grata and Vale.
Mhm.
There you go. Nice. Danger sense. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Oh, very nice. Three of you. Vale, you do not save. So the Fluffers, Rata, waiting on Furble.
Oh, I got an
Oh
11.
no, you made it. You made it. You got it there at the 11. Okay. All right. So the only one not to make it is Vale. Imagine that.
And dexterity is my strongest freaking stat.
Mm-hmm. You take 9 damage.
All right.
Everyone else in the circle that did save takes 4 damage. As when he erupts, when he dies, the final killing blow hits him. He explodes.
Oh, so I
And,
killed him. I don't feel so bad now.
Anybody that's close to him, just before the explosion, so Furbolg and Brata, you see that around his neck, under his robes, a bright flash of light comes out from this necklace that he was wearing under his robes as he dies and explodes in a ball of fire. As he, after the dust settles and everything, the Herman comes over and starts sniffing around, whimpering, and looking for his master.
Let's take off the collar now.
Do it.
Yes, I will take off the collar.
I'm going to pet Mr. Fluffers and tell him that I appreciate his licks of health. That he is a brave warrior.
Diamond, we need a picnic basket.
Hey, boo boo. We're gonna need a picnic.
Right, Diamond? You go out to get a bite to eat and come back and the party's still in combat.
Oh,
This was only a 30-minute encounter as planned, by the way.
oh. Well, I mean, that's about how long it took, roughly.
Ish.
It was about 30 minutes.
As Herman's over here and you're petting him, trying to soothe him and settle him down, as you're standing there and doing that, you notice that the curtain on the end of the cart is slowly fading and fading out and getting more and more transparent. There doesn't seem to be, you've looked all around this collar, and there doesn't seem to be a clasp or anything that can release it. Do you know it's magical?
I think I can dispel magic.
I don't know that we want to dispel magic, though, because this is a collar that might be useful for us.
I lied anyway. I can't dispel magic.
But assuming, so you told me, I assume, that essentially Tobias was the person attuned to it as the spellcaster.
You assumed as much just based off of the connection between Tobias and the dog, and you could tell that the dog was obviously Tobias's pet of some kind. He wasn't enslaved or being kept against his will, so you would assume that Tobias was the caster, yes.
Which means that one of us could attune to the collar and probably then remove it.
You would assume that might actually be the case. Yeah, you would have to befriend the dog, and he would have to accept you as his new owner.
I just mean attune to the collar. That should just be hanging out with the collar, shouldn't it?
Yes, but you have to make sure the dog's going to stay with you willingly. He may decide to run off. See what I'm saying? So you would need like an animal friendship or some way to get the dog to stay with you.
Good berries.
Sure.
Also, there's this cart full of stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the cart and see what else is left on the cart.
Yeah, anything good in the cart?
There are maps. There are, plenty of rations, water, tools, and Vale, you have a moment of semi-brilliance here, and you remember a time when you said that all you needed was a method to transport things, and you could become a delivery service. And now you see the beginnings.
FedEx shall rise.
FedEx cart service.
Yes. I think we're taking the cart, y'all.
So Clark also has something that the dogs and Brata in particular might enjoy. And he rummages through his bag and flies down in front of Brata and gestures to everybody because everybody else knows what's going on. So everybody gathers round, and all of a sudden... And Clark hands Brata her favorite possum upside down cake.
Delicious.
So today
I can't believe you guys remembered. I can't believe you guys remembered. You are the best tribe that anyone could ever have. And I walk around and give everybody a really uncomfortable, way too tight hug.
And Vale just kind of does one of these. Sure, Brata. You can stop squeezing now.
So yeah, I sit down to eat my my dead possum and look at my birthday present, which is my new sword. So
with blood on it, and that makes it even better.
That's right. The blood of your enemies on your birthday.
And yourself.
Killed the thing, got a good weapon. Might have gotten a new dog.
Hey,
all the good things.
That sounds like a...
Killed a wizard, got a new dog.
We're not.
Just another birthday for Brata.
We're not keeping the dog.
We're keeping the dog.
What happened? Why is the world moving?
I don't know. Why did the
Pay
world
no
move?
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Okay.
There was an earthquake. All right.
So I have two boxes. Yeah, I have two boxes that I took out of the void space. One of them I know is sealed with a magic lock, or it's at the very least sealed with a lock. I don't know if it's magic or not. I can only assume that it is. What about the other box? The one that I stole. Well, technically I stole both, but...
Well, yeah. The other box is very similar. The design is a little different. The gold inlay is a little different, but it also has a locking mechanism on it.
Sariel.
Yes.
Can you tell me if this is magically locked or if it's just locked?
So I'm going to do the smart thing this time and remember that I have Eldritch Sight as an invocation and can detect magic at will. So I'm going to detect magic at will finally.
Interdimensional card.
So the box is, all the stuff that you know of that is magical there glows. So the box is glowing.
Is it the whole
You
box?
can't really discern if the lock itself is the source or if it's just the whole box.
So yeah, I have no idea. Also, you keep asking me for things. I still haven't asked you for my favor. I have not forgotten, just as a reminder.
I haven't forgotten either. I just want to know if I can
saying, You're racking up a lot of requests.
I just want to open this box. But I don't want to kill us
So
all.
you
I mean,
behind
as much
that
as
tree, try opening it and see if it kills you.
hold on.
I mean, you're the one that doesn't care if you die.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna open box. The box that I tucked into my jacket. That's box number 1. The other box that we knew about that I was trying to haggle with. That's box number 2. I am going to try to open box number 1. I'm gonna go right over here and try to open box number 1.
All right.
Good berries to heal before you do that.
Can we
You
just
can
agree
open-
we're gonna take a short rest while we open boxes and people can attune to their items?
Yes, go ahead, and you can take a short rest. If you need to attune to items, you can do
Okay.
that.
Does anybody in our group speak Elvish? Elven, whatever?
I do not.
No.
I am.
Well, you're here.
Sariel may, being that they are a...
I speak Elvish.
Okay, will you shoot this bow that I got and see if it whispers to you?
Okay, but it's gonna be a bad idea.
Nothing bad happened when I did it.
I'm just saying because I have trash everything. I'm intimidating and charismatic, and I do not bows.
Hit anything. You just have
How do you want me to do this, Billy?
We don't have to roll anything. This is during downtime. So, you pull the bowstring back with relative ease, and you let it go, and you hear an elven voice as the bowstring whistles past your ear, and the bow says, "Swift defeat to my enemies."
Okay.
Badass.
So
You shoot it a second time. You do this to just make sure you heard it right, and every time you hear something a little different. And it says, say to me on the second one, and then the third time you pull the bowstring, "Swift death to you who have wronged me."
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
will
pretty
relay
badass.
this to Clark.
totally normal stuff.
Right?
Completely normal. Totally normal. Nuggets, are you on here? I see. Oh no,
Nuggets
Diamond's
is out
just
there.
talking about Nuggets again. Oh, Nuggets is here. I saw Diamond
Nuggets is
talking
here.
to Nuggets. I just thought maybe Diamond was talking about Nuggets because
No. Well,
Diamond
I mean, he could have
Nuggets
been.
would be
He
kinda
could have
cool.
been. He could have been talking about Nuggets, but he was talking to Nuggets this time.
So this magic book that I have, does anything happen if I touch it? Am I gonna get sucked into it, or am I just reading it?
That depends on what Furbolg told you about it when he handed it to you.
Furball, what did you tell me?
Just that it was divination magic.
So that's what I know.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. You open it up, and you open up to the first page, and you can read it. It is written in a dialect of Elven, but you can roughly translated into what you can understand. And basically, from what you're looking at, is the first few pages look like instructions on exercises for balance and coordination. And by your estimate, it will take you about 6 days of reading this book to comprehend everything.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to work on that when we have downtime. Also, while I am investigating the book, I am sitting and petting Herman.
Herman curls up in your lap with you.
Hopefully to attune myself to the collar while I am reading the book.
Right on. All right, who else have we got? Clark, Brata, Sariel, Vale is about to open a box. Furbolg, you didn't take anything out, right?
Just the book that I gave Sariel.
Just the book. Okay.
Sariel.
All right, so go ahead and roll your thieves' tools there, Vale. Let's see if you can open this book
Okay.
or box. I mean,
I've
That's with a
gone off over
+7.
here somewhere to like swing my sword around.
okay. That does not get it.
Okay. All right. I guess I will.
You can,
try
if you want to
again.
take 10 and spend the time, and then dog, no barking. I'm playing a game, no barking, dog. Probably our vegetable delivery.
Mm. Let me roll again. That's better.
Yeah, you can take 10 if you want. Oh, you don't need to. You don't need to. All
So
right.
that is box
You
number
are able
1.
to unlock the box. You hear the...
I said that's box number 1.
Yeah, you hear the lock mechanism. Yeah, you hear that lock mechanism trigger, and you see the lid kind of bounce just a little bit. It must have been under a little bit of spring pressure down.
Okay.
Doesn't open all the way, but it's you can tell it's open.
All right. Now that I've got a little bit of wiggle room on the box itself, I'd like to check it for traps to see if the box is mechanically trapped somehow.
Okay.
So that's what, investigation, yeah?
Yes, you can use your investigation.
All right, I'd say that's pretty decent.
Yeah, you look at it and you're pretty sure this thing is not trapped.
I will open the box.
It was just a very intricate lock. All right. Inside the box are a set of 4 gems.
Okay. Anything distinguishable about the gems, or just gems?
They're different colors. There's a blue one, a green one, a yellow one, and a red one. They are all in ornate pewter stands.
Okay.
The blue one is 1, 2, 3, 4 elongated octagon. The green one is a spherical shape. The yellow one is a diamond shape. And the red one is a pyramid type shape, like a D4. I don't know. I know there's a word for that sided thing, but I can't think of it.
Okay. Said red, blue, yellow, and green.
Correct.
Okay. Any markings on them or anything like that, or
No, they are.
so just each
just
one has
in
its
ornate
own...
pewter stands. Each one of them, they're identical stands, but the setting is a little different to accept the stone itself.
Okay.
Doesn't look like you could remove the stone.
Okay. I guess with that, then I would like to try to open the other box.
Okay, doke. Go for it.
Okay. That's to
20
work on the lock.
unlocks that.
Okay. I guess again, check it to see if it looks safe to open it the rest of the way.
Sure. Oh yeah. Looks safe to you.
All right. I open the box.
Inside the box is a single wand.
Ooh.
It is a copper rod with a silver strand wrapped around it. And at the end of it, the head of the wand, I guess you would call it, is a ruby.
Okay. All right. I think I will go to Furbolg and show him what I found.
All right.
Furbolg, I opened the boxes. Nothing bad happened.
Congratulations. Your
Good
luck
job.
was on your side today.
Indeed. So, here's what I found, and I show him the stuff.
Okay.
I guess I need Sariel's help first for detect magicking.
So, as a side note, while I'm like looking at the book, can I make an Arcana check to see if the book is more leaning towards making me hardier or making me more agile or something else? Like,
Yeah, you could use a knowledge Arcana to tell what the intent of the book is. Yes. Yes, and it is indeed there to. It looks like these magical practices that is teaching you would give you additional agility and that sort of thing.
okay. So I'm gonna tuck that knowledge away for the moment. And hey, Furbolg, what do you want? What's going on?
Vale has these magic items, and I don't know what they are, but you could at least tell me what the school of magic they are.
Okay, I'm gonna at will detect magic again.
Woo!
Woohoo! Yeah.
I suppose at this point we should
using those.
prove that unless Sariel has to concentrate on something else, she always has detect magic up.
I mean, that would probably be good for the party, don't you think?
Yeah.
I do think. So
All
every
right.
item, tell us what it is.
Well, the I'll have to look up each magical type for each item because it's not listed with the items.
While you are
So
looking,
unless you want to cast Identify, again, the gems and the wand are both magical. I mean,
you can only do ritual. Never mind.
yeah, I can only do ritual for Identify.
mm-hmm.
Hey.
Otherwise, it's going to take you a while flipping back and forth to find spells and give you schools of magic. Oh, that's one thing I wish it gave with magical items, but it doesn't. Ooh, actually.
So while you're looking at that, hey, Dex people, Clark and
Yes.
Vale, I believe.
Yes.
I have this book that I think one of you would probably get better use out of. I think it's going to make you more, nimbly bimbly and stuff. Do either of you think that would be helpful?
I mean, being more nimble is always helpful, but I wouldn't say no.
Do you want to stake a claim, Clark?
What's your dex, Vale?
My dex is 19. I'm +4.
I'm at a 16, so I would take it if possible.
I'm down for that. You give me lots of treats and don't ask me for things all the time. So,
That's fair.
I haven't asked you
here,
for
have
anything
a
in a
fancy
while.
book.
I look at Clark like lunch.
I eat small animals too, you know.
I'm not a small animal.
Oh,
You are the smallest one here, I'm pretty sure.
That's probably true, but I'm not a small animal. Meanwhile, I look like I probably look like.
Stew.
Meanwhile,
Ooh.
I technically look like Puss in Boots.
I am going to turn around while I am detecting magic on these things because I created a mess.
turn around, go detect magic somewhere else. Cool. Anything else?
Those 2 boxes were all I had, so somebody else.
So the
has
boxes
something.
themselves are also magical, but you imagine there's some sort of magical storing device. One had 4 items in it, one had 1 item in it. You don't know if they can hold more things, what types of things. Are they limited to only holding items that are within their school of magic?
Please tell me that I found some kind of box of holding.
Yes. Yes.
So to summarize our long rest,
Or short rest.
Short rest.
Yeah, short rest. Brata's gonna attune to that sword, correct?
Yes.
And Clark is going to attune to the bow.
I'm guessing.
I would say so.
Wand sounds like a warlock kind of thing. Kira, do you want to just take the wand and attune to that?
Sure.
And now you don't have to figure out what the school of magic is for it.
That's right. Because you could just learn it by attuning with it.
Can you attune to multiple
The only
things?
other thing are the gems.
Yeah, you can attune to
Yeah,
3 things.
3 attunements.
Okay.
Yeah.
I meant like actively more than
There
like
is a limit.
how
What is
many, because she's also trying to attune to the collar right now.
Yeah, all attunement means is you have it in your possession. You're using it. You might take a break from now and then, but you use it for a minute and study it, carry it with you, that sort of thing.
Right.
Oh, hey, Clark.
So
do
you can have a
any
couple of items with you.
dog treats that I can give to Harold or whatever his name is?
Herman. Yeah, I have plenty of food.
Well, can I steal some for Herman?
Sure. There's also like lots of jerky and rations and stuff on the cart, I believe.
I was gonna say, I bet you some of his treats are on the cart too.
Probably so.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you for the help.
Yes. There's actually a little container. This is Herman's treats.
Aww.
Yeah, but what if they're like magical treats that are like keeping him, calm
There they are.
and like
We're always using detect magic now.
They're also not magical because they didn't glow before when Furbolg cast it.
Well,
That's
right.
Neither did the entrance portal to the void room. So
Fair.
Probably the curtain was covering it, and the curtain probably blocks
Now you're
magical.
metagaming.
we don't know. We don't do that. We don't metagame.
You don't know magics.
Smart enough
We
to
don't
Us
metagame
metagame?
much.
No, you actually probably would understand that just because who you were taught by. So
It seems like a wisdom thing to me too. Why doesn't detect magic work? Well, let me figure this out.
yeah. Being the magical person that you are.
All right. What else we got?
All right, we got 28 minutes.
All right. So I say short rest.
the sword. Yeah, if you want to look up the sword Brata, the sword that you have is a long sword of life stealing.
Ooh. Long sword of life stealing.
When
Okay.
you roll a natural, when you roll a 20, not a natural 20, but just a 20 on attack, so that's modified or natural, it does an extra 10 damage of necrotic damage to the. So when you hit yourself with it, and when you fumbled with it, I added the 10 damage and then halved it because it was a self-inflicted necrotic wound. That's how I roleplayed that.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Young Thanos, kind of like a young Sheldon. Clark, your bow is an oath bow. You can look that up and get the stats. When you make a successful attack, I believe it adds 3d6 damage to your enemy. But I can't remember if that's sworn enemy or just enemy. I can't remember exactly how it reads. Let me look that up quick. Make sure I'm right on the life stealing sword. Yeah, when you roll a 20 on the attack roll, the target takes an extra 10 necrotic damage if it isn't a construct or undead. Oh, and you also gain 10 temporary hit points. Forgot that part. So it takes 10 hit points from them and gives them to you as temporary. The oath bow. You guys are.
She can mark one sworn enemy per day, and
That's what. Yeah, it's a
3d piercing damage.
Yep.
Oh, and you get advantage on her attack.
Against that enemy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yep.
actually a pretty nice bow. I'm sending links to online resources for all the items just as a heads up.
Sweet, sweet. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. My lovely assistant there. No. The boxes, Vale, you spend enough time with them now, holding them and whatnot throughout all this. You've come to determine that these are most likely boxes of obscurity, which is an item that I'm creating just for this campaign. I haven't found that name or making it up. Just make this shit up. So they will obscure or disguise the true nature of whatever's inside them.
Your basic immune to scrying sort of thing.
Yeah, the box appears as a particular type of magic, but you can put anything in that box, and whatever's inside that box, you won't be able to tell what school of magic it is or what type of item, or if it has an alignment or that sort of thing.
So I would guess that the boxes themselves, not that I'm a magic user and understand any of this at all, but I'm guessing that the boxes would be some kind of transmutation or something like that, yeah?
Yeah, each box has its own school of magic.
Oh.
Correct.
All right.
And I had those written down. One was necromancy, whatever you want to say, and the other was evocation, I believe.
Okay. Necromancy and evocation. All right.
Yeah, those are the two he got.
That's what I thought. See, I was taking notes.
I knew he got the necrotic one at least.
Was there anything else? Did I miss any other treasure?
No, the only thing is
Oh.
the only thing I'm waiting on now is the gems for what exactly those do.
In the wand, are you identifying those?
I wasn't planning on it. I need to attune to the wand.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure I can only identify a single item at a time. So unless we're doing a long rest, I feel like that's not useful right now.
No, I can wait.
So the wand is a wand of fireballs.
Ooh.
Do I really need fireballs when I have fucking tentacles and Eldritch Blast? But
Yes.
okay.
Yes, you do.
It has 5 charges. And the spell, I guess you could probably plug this in. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 charges daily at dawn. And it has it can hold a maximum of 7 charges. Meaning, if you do the math, this wand has been used recently or was stored after a use, and has not seen the light of day since.
Fancy.
From what you gathered, that little pocket dimension you were in had no time. Time wasn't a factor there. So seemed like his own little construct of space-time.
So that's a good question. That's a good question. While we were in there, did it appear to Sariel that we were in there for a long time or for a very, very short time?
No time at all. It seemed like you had just gone out and come right back. But to you, all of that time had elapsed while you were inside. You were able to take all of those actions and do all those things, but outside it really didn't. It really didn't seem like it took any time at all for Sariel. All right.
And what about the book that Sariel gave me?
Oh, the book. Which book was that? Was that the...
It's the one that gives the dex bonus or whatever.
Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah. You study it for 48 hours over 2 days. I'm sorry, over 6 days. Study a total of 48 hours over 6 days. It'll increase your dexterity by 2. It's the manual of... What do I call it? The Manual of Quickness of Action.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else? Did I miss anything? I think I got everything. Y'all got a little haul off of that guy.
Yeah, we did.
Angie got his cart, and who knows what happened to that little pocket dimension.
And
all
I
that
have
other
a confirmed
fancy
kill.
magic stuff. Yeah, after Vale gets done with his unboxing everything and playing with all his new toys,
But
you see him in the
don't
corner,
Dream that.
sitting under a tree with a rock, and he's carving into his crossbow, his new metal crossbow. You see him just kind of
Putting notches in my crossbow. I approve.
Oh yes, and Brata, you still have the Githyanki silver sword.
Yep.
Which is pretty gnarly.
It's gnarly.
But
yeah.
It's a great sword. So
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm gonna be hanging on to that for a little while, I think. I just gotta yeah. So point of inquiry. When the life-stealing sword says you attack a creature and roll a 20 on the attack roll, does that mean that when I roll attack, anything above 20 counts, or do I actually have to roll a 20?
I would say 20 or above. I think
Okay.
the
because
actual
if you
20 there was...
Right. Because if you were to say it's only on 20, then it's nat 20 is the only time that's even useful. So, okay. Cool. If we're going to run it that way, that sounds good.
Yeah, I would
All
say
right.
it's anything that modifies to 20 or higher.
Yeah. Because, I mean, otherwise it's just really underwhelming.
That's kind of the way
Cool.
Okay.
All right. And I will look into the question that you asked me about one-handed fighting with the great sword with a certain strength. There used to be a rule about that. I don't know if they brought that into 5 or not.
They did not. You could homebrew it though.
Yeah, I know it was a rule in 3rd edition, and I think they did away with it in 4th. And I know I haven't seen it anywhere, but I want to say it was if you had a strength of 18 or greater, you could use a two-handed weapon as a one-handed weapon. But they changed it to a feat, I think. That's right. Great Weapon Master.
Great Weapon Master just increases your ability to two-handed weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll dig into that a little deeper. I would like to move us along
Yes.
if we're done here, and you all here. I'm going to do this.
So how are we taking this cart with us?
Hadn't really thought that far ahead. Maybe we could use the dogs to pull it.
Maybe we could use the cat to pull it.
Nah,
See how
cats don't.
simple that sounds?
No, cats don't do that. We have 2 dogs. They can pull the cart. Seems logical.
Furbolg is going to just stare at Vale after that.
Why is this a bad idea? I don't understand.
What about your beasts that you can summon for a bulg?
I mean, for an hour at a time.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, it's a small cart. I don't think it's that heavy. So
No, it's a small cart. I mean, there's a little area in the front where he obviously used for a sleeping area, and the rest is just, like I said, rations and snacks and a cask of water and that sort of thing.
Maybe we just hide the cart for now and get it and maybe steal some horses on the way out of Fruiton.
I would be okay with that. I don't think I've ever stolen a horse before. Be a new challenge.
That would be interesting to see you sleight of hand a horse.
I don't think that check does what you think it does.
I can turn it invisible.
You can. This is true. You can make the cart invisible.
No, the horse.
Yeah, make the horse invisible.
Oh. If you give a tabaxi a spellcaster.
Yes.
Excuse you, I am not his. I am my own person. And if I'm anyone's, I'm Slarkrathel's.
Anyway, you have a person whose entire shtick is talking to animals and making them his friend. The horses can come with us willingly. It's stealing if the people who own the horses don't agree.
Anyway, we hide the cart, grab Herman's treats, and move along.
Let's go.
Right on.
Because we're only a half a day out of Fruiton, so let's go.
Oh, you're not even that far now. You're only a couple hours, if that, maybe an hour, Tobias said.
Honestly, we might want to leave Herman with the cart. Leave him water and...
Yeah, we should leave Herman with the cart, and we should leave Mr. Fluffers with Herman to keep him company.
I'd be fine with that.
Sure.
All right, I will tokenize Herman and get y'all the image for the cart later.
Yay, we have another doggo.
Yes. Yes, you do. There we go.
Whatever. We have another dog.
All right.
Whatever.
Y'all head along this direction, the way Tobias pointed that you were coming out, heading towards Fruiton. You travel along the path a little bit longer, just an hour or so, and you start hearing the sounds of a city. And in the distance come into view the city of Fruiton, the walls. Here, let's do this. Big map, you're going to have to zoom out just a little bit, probably. This is the lower portion of the city. You see there's a large guard tower. It looks to be very thick steel walls on the outside of the city. And no gate on this side. As you travel around the city, either side, you make out the rest of the lay of the land. And eventually you get to there it is, to the main section of the city, where it looks to be the entryway is here at the docks. There's one gate, center of the city.
Okay.
Several docks there. You all are far enough away. Probably over here or over here somewhere. And you see a line formed up of individuals going to the city. Some with carts, some with wheelbarrows, some just walking in themselves. Again, there are two very large sentry towers outside the walls of the city here. overlooking the main gate and the docks. Everything here is well guarded. All the guards have heavy weaponry. There looks to be some kind of checkpoint at the gate as people are stopping. They're checked over by the guards. Everybody roll perception. All right, Furbolg, you see what you think are these very small creatures hovering over the gate, over the entry, and they appear to be holding small lanterns. There are two of these small creatures. They seem like they're hovering or maybe flying. You're in tune with the Fae, correct?
I should be.
That's what I thought. So I will give you advantage on an intelligence check or a knowledge check here to see if you know what these creatures are.
Nature?
Nature might do it, yeah. I appear to be missing some chats here in the Discord.
Oh, I got a nat 20 thanks to the advantage.
All right. You're pretty sure that what you're looking at are sprites. And because of your nat 20, I will go ahead and give you the chance of knowing what some of the characteristics of these creatures are and what you think they are doing. So as people come up, the guards check them over, the sprites hover over them, and you watch several people, and you notice a couple people have gotten turned away while everybody else has gone in. And as you're watching this, you see that the ones that get turned away are one of the sprites, the one that has the red lantern, is the lantern that's lighting up over these people. And they get turned away. They're not allowed entry to the city. This happens only maybe 1 out of every 10 people. The searches are relatively quick. Doesn't look like anything's being confiscated by anybody. But they're just... It's almost like they're checking people's... moral compass for entry. You know that sprites have the ability to do this naturally because of your knowledge of the Fae. They're one of the few creatures that actually can divine an individual's alignment or moral compass. Knowing what you know about that and the city, you wonder about your own fate of entry.
I'll relay this information to the party that they have an evil detector.
Basically.
I'm gonna go over to the dock and see if any of my sea creature friends knows anything that might help us.
All right, so you go down to the water. This is a river, by the way, that flows through here. The Sword River is the name of the river.
Yep.
And so you go over to the docks, to the edge of the docks here, and you're talking with some fish. They're like, well, yeah, what do you want? This is the city of Fruiton. They're good people here. They treat us fair, and they only fish us when they have to.
So no information that would be helpful for me.
Well, what information are you looking for? What kind of helpful information? You'd be a little more specific in your ask.
If there's a way around the morality detectors.
Well, we've never been in, but we know where they get their water.
Where's that?
There's an inlet about 1,000 yards upstream where they have dammed it up and water goes into this thing that we can't get into, but every once in a while they open it up and they pull water in and drain a little bit of water out of the river. I guess you could probably use that to get in.
Mm-hmm.
That was very helpful. Thank you, fishies. I will relay this information to the rest of the party.
Can't we find one way into one place that doesn't involve me getting wet?
What do you want from an aquatic elf whose patron is a kraken?
Something with less water?
Water is all we got when it comes to me.
Fine.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, Kitty's scared of getting wet.
The dogs wouldn't be scared of getting wet.
I look at Brada like, you want to go? You want to go? Let's go. You want to go? Come on. And then I I think about it for a minute. I'm like, never mind.
Do you want to come up with another option? Like, we can sit here and think about it.
I don't have another option. I just like
walking into the thing.
I don't have another option.
Suspicious.
I just like to complain.
Oh, boy. Inter-party politics.
Man, I tell you.
So, do you want to search out the inlet or take your chances at the gate?
I'm willing to walk around towards this inlet to see if we can find it, but also being very observant if there's another way in. So I would like to see if I can figure out another way that we might be able to get into the city without going through the gate or me getting wet.
Diamond has an idea.
Throw the cat over the wall. Yeah. I mean, I could just climb over the wall. I'm kind of... My character is kind of like a monk.
It's not throwing the cat over the wall. It's a catapult. Get it right.
It's a catapult. See?
Oh, that was bad.
I love it. I love
it. It hurts.
Well, I
so
tell you
much.
what, folks. While the team decides how best to enter this honorable city of Fruiton, who obviously won't like their kind being there, I think this is a great place to stop since we do have a hard cutoff for 9. I hope you are all as intrigued as I am as to exactly how they're going to get in here and wondering how in the world a 30-minute stop for snacks turned into killing a wizard. And I mean, good thing I planned that.
It's what we do.
I mean,
You know what? I had actually thought you all might try to kill him. So
it was Brada's birthday. Brada wanted to kill a wizard and steal a magical sword.
We had to give Brata blood for her birthday. It's a requirement.
that's got to be the name of the second half of the episode is Brada's birthday.
Nature told me to.
Blood for Brada's birthday.
That's right.
That's it. BBB.
Yep. Well, folks, I think we'll call it a good stopping point here, and had a lot of fun tonight. We killed a thing, got a new dog. So until the next time, I will turn it back over to our illustrious stream host. I'll get it right here in a minute.
Stream host. Yeah,
Stream
everybody,
host.
everybody,
RB,
thank you
take it
so
away.
much. Yeah, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us for a little while tonight. We do appreciate it very much. We love you all to pieces. Thank you all for watching. If you are not following us already, either on Twitch or YouTube or both, please make sure that you do that. Help support the channel. Help us get to that subscriber/follower goal that we need to get to, so that we have a little bit more flexibility in how we can do these streams. And make it into something that we enjoy and that you guys enjoy seeing. It means a lot to us that you guys were here. So thank you so much. We will come back. We will do this again in a couple of weeks. We got to check our schedules and make sure who's available when. But we'll come back. We'll do this again in a couple of weeks. You are all invited. But until then, get out of our dungeon. Bye, y'all.